It started bugging me when people were like, oh, this guy's a clickbait rapper, this blah blah blah, he only talks about this controversial shit. Because I'm like, yo, like, I really do this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I make all these beats. Like, I write these fucking songs. My girlfriend shoots the fucking videos. Like, I really, for real, fucking do this.
So fast forward now.
Right.
So now you're a household name, man. Like, people talk about you. You know, it's inevitable. You know, you're a household name. You know, when you hear Tom MacDonald, someone has an opinion. You're a household name now, and you fucking you see a tweet by a guy, Mac Lethal, as we all know, and you're like, what the hell? This guy is coming, you know, coming from my neck as of right now. So initially, what happened? Like what happened with that? How did you feel about that? Because that's kind of, in my opinion, that's like, it's a big deal, because not only it's, you know, someone from a YouTube community, you know, from, you know, being a YouTube, having a career on YouTube, you know, coming at you like just straight disrespectful. So not only if that it's that thing, but it's a quote unquote well-known rapper, somewhat. You know, I say somewhat, because I didn't know who Mac Lethal was for fucking until I did research. Okay, so what happened? Like, how did you feel? What did you sit back and was like, oh man, I gotta put the gloves on. Like, I gotta put the gloves on, because you went ham, dude. And I feel like it wasn't even your full potential. Like, I feel like it was just kind of like a fun sparring match. Like, it was a warm up, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So get into that, man. Tell me how did that like go? Like, how did you wake up and was like, all right, it's time to destroy your career? Like,
oh man. Well, I'm flattered that you think I did that, but yeah, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I didn't even, like, I'm not really on like the internet like that. Like, I don't see something unless like my fans are like, you need to see something. So I didn't even know that it was a thing. So like, when I like initially like responded with my tweet, I don't know if that was like an hour after, or if it was like, I don't even remember if it was a day after or 2
yeah,
days.
it was like a day or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because at that point, like, people had just kept messaging it to me and like screenshotting it and fucking tagging me or like whatever. And I don't know, dude. I was like surprised. I like read it and I was like,
y'all, no, but yes.
Yeah. I was like, what? And I was like, well, shit, I don't know. I just released Straight White Male,
yeah,
which was sort of like the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, it's gotta be about me.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to. So whatever, I did my like little tweet thing back, which I thought was funny.
Yeah,
it was funny.
It was. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, and then I don't know, bro. I was just bored, dude. Like, I was like literally just bored, and I was like, I'm gonna see like how far I can blow this thing up. So I posted on Facebook and I posted on Instagram. I just did the whole shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the like, whole quote unquote press run.
Yeah. I was just like, fuck it. Like, let's just see what happens. Yeah. And I don't know, people were just like interacting with it, and it was like a thing. And like, then Mac Lethal wrote back on Instagram, or I think it was Instagram or something, and it was like, oh, it wasn't about you, like da 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 da.
Which and this is me, as you guys, because everybody already knows, I already said this. I think that was a load of crock, dude. That was a hot steaming plate of shit. Because I read that, and then in the song, when like I did a reaction to the song and stuff, it contradict each other, like what he was saying.
Sure. And
I was like, dude, you're like, it's okay to not like someone, just man up, say, yeah, I said it, whatever, you know. So for me personally, it was a hot steaming plate of shit. Like, I was like, dude, like, just own up to it.
I think a lot of people felt that way.
Yeah.
I definitely like felt that way at the time. I was like, okay, bro, like, this is like some weird like backpedaling shit. Like, I honestly, like, now that it's like so far in the past, I don't I guess that's just like I just don't care about it enough anymore to even try and like further formulate like what I really think was going on there or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know, man. Like it was just really just like birth of like boredom, dude. Like
that's so funny.
I just dropped like that Straight White Male record, and I was having a good time riding off that, and I don't know if I had plans for my next video yet or not, but it just seemed like the only free time I have in my life is like immediately like after a release, because everything prior to that is like getting the video done, editing the video, coloring the video, figuring out
building it up,
figuring out the merch thing, figuring out like how I'm gonna promo it. It's like a big strategic thing. So I had just come off hot off the heels of that video, so now I'm just like have free time, and then that happened, and I was just like, oh well, okay, this is perfect. I'm like bored, I have free time right now, this is like could be a fun thing to do, and it was a fun thing to do. So
I think it was great for both parties.
I think so too, dude.
Because it was for me as a reaction channel, man, and seeing it as a fan as well. It was great because not only did it give time for you to shine, but it also gave time for him to shine as well. You know, because a lot of people. I mean, I spoke to a lot of people who said, you know, they like his track or they like your track better, whatever the case was. But at the end of the day, it brought new people to his channel, which I mean, Lord knows he needed it at the time. And then it brought, you know, new people to your channel as well, you know. So I think it was really good.
You gotta write this.
I know. I hope so. I've been waiting. I hope so. Look, hey Mac, you have all permission to put Simba TV in a diss track. I would love it. Let me do a reaction to it. But
it was just, it was like a fun thing, and like I never wrote a diss song before. I like never been a part of that world or like the battle rap or anything, so it's just like, this is perfect.
And what an outing was it, man. It was a good showing. It was a good showing for sure.
Yeah, it was fun.
Kind of switched gears with I Wish. Okay, so you took a path of just what I think is your best song, you know, that I heard is I Wish. That is #1 for me, and then it goes Wannabe, and then Sad Rappers. So you write I Wish, and it's a touching song. It's super, like, you know, super well edited, well shot. Nova did a great job. Super just like well thought out of. The lyrics are well thought, and that song does numbers as well. So what was the change of gears that inspired that? Because that song is super, like, it's a flashback of time. Like when you hear it, it makes you think of, you know, being a little kid with your parents or whatever, you know, good, happy feelings. So what made you want to switch gears and be like, okay, let me bring the people something showing my other side?
Well, like my whole thing about like the music has always been like, if you're not making music to make other people feel better, then just fuck off and like don't make music. Go do something else. If you want to be like the cool guy at the party or whatever, there's a million ways to be the cool guy at the party. You don't have to be like a rapper or a musician. Just like, if you're gonna be a musician, make music that makes you feel good, and in turn it'll make other people feel good, and then those people are going to tell you, yo, that this record saved me, and that's going to make you feel good again. You're going to talk to them, it's going to make them feel good again. It's just this like secular thing of like making each other feel good, and like that's what music is all about, is making other people feel like they're like not alone in this shit. And like that's always been like my whole thing, is I wanted to make music not for money, not for fame, but as therapy for myself. And then when I found out that it helps other people, that became like my main motive, was like I want to help other people through helping myself, and that's like a beautiful thing, and I could do that for the rest of my life and be happy. It just so happened that and I've been making music like that for years, bro, for, you know, 7-8 years, and it just never hit. So it just so happened that it was Dear Rappers, Hell of It, White Boy, that shit that hit, and
so people just already had this image of you inside their head.
I had to like walk in those shoes for a minute and own that and be like, okay, cool. Like, if you guys want to hear me talk about like how I feel about the rest of the world, then fine, like I can do that. But like after I did that, like, you know, 3 or 4 times, I was like, yo, like, I'm more than this guy that like talks shit about mumble rap and like has unpopular opinions on race and like all this shit. Like I'm more than that.
Yeah.
Like, and like it started bugging me when people were like, oh, this guy's a clickbait rapper, this blah blah blah, he only talks about this controversial shit. Because I'm like, yo, like I really do this, bro.
Yeah.
Like I make all these beats, like I write these fucking songs, my girlfriend shoots the fucking videos, like I really for real fucking do this. And I just thought it was like important to be like, to give people something that wasn't controversial, that wasn't like on a hot button issue. It was just like, yo, here's like something that's gonna make you smile. And like, I don't make music for the radio, but like, make no mistake about it, I Wish is a fucking hit song.
Oh yeah.
Period.
Period. Oh yeah. It's a
I
banger,
mean?
man.
Like if you gave that record to like a fucking Macklemore and Kesha, or like,
oh yeah,
or some pop sort of urban-y pop like group like that, like a Logic and like a fucking whatever, Katy Perry or somebody on the hook, that it'll go. Like, so I just wanted to just be like, yo, look, like I write music.
Yeah.
So that was like my whole thing. Because I felt like I had starved myself of being able to express that side of myself by doing those other records. And I felt like there's a lot of people out there, a lot of people who liked Dear Rappers, Hell of It, White Boy, blah, 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 blah. A lot of those people felt disenfranchised by mainstream music, and they felt disenfranchised by the government and disenfranchised by social issues and stuff like that. And I'm just like, okay, cool, well, I can continue presenting you with ways that I feel disenfranchised about shit, and we can find unity and we can find each other through feeling not good about shit, but like, how are we gonna feel better from not feeling good about shit?
Yeah.
And that's where like, I'm like, okay, we need this record right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I wish so.